Hi everyone, welcome to the session. In this session, I am continuing the problems related to permutations and combinations. See the first question in this session. See here, a question paper contains 25 multiple choice questions. A question paper contains 25 multiple choice questions, each having 4 alternatives. Each having 4 alternatives. 4 alternatives in the sense 4 options. See here, this is the first question and it is having 4 options 1 A, B, C, D. Likewise, we have total 25 questions A, B, C, D and similarly up to 25 questions, right? These are the multiple choice questions, MCQs. Okay, total 25 MCQs are there and each multiple choice question is having 4 options. Now the question what he is asking is find the number of ways in which the complete paper can be attempted. Here the question is number of ways in which the complete paper can be attempted. If we want to attempt the complete paper in the sense all 25 questions. Complete paper means what? All 25 questions. Now, if you observe carefully, I can attempt the first question any of the 4 options. I can keep any of the 4 options. That is 4 ways, right? Similarly, I can go with the second one, that is any of the 4 ways, any of the 4 options, that is 4 ways. I can keep A, B, C, D. Suppose if I have only 4 questions and 4 options, in that case, I can able to keep one is A, one is B, one is C and one is D. Here, there is no condition directly given that with repetition and without repetition. If it is without repetition, it is not possible to answer all the questions. Why? Because after 4 questions are completed, suppose if I keep the answer for first question is A, second question answer B, third question answer C, and after that the answer is D for fourth question. Once these 4 options are over, again I have to choose any of the 4 options A, B, C, D for the from the 5th question onwards, right? If I choose again C, after that I can able to choose D also, right? See, here any particular option will definitely repeated more than once. It means that according to this question indicates that repetition of options are allowed. Repetition of options are allowed. Here he indirectly mentions in the given problem repetition of options are allowed. So obviously you can take the answer as n power r. Again, so many students are doing mistake at this point. What is the answer? 25 power 4 or else 4 power 25? Which is the exact answer? Here, once raise a question by yourself. What is the question he is asking? Find the number of ways in which complete paper can be attempted. You are attempting each and every question, right? First question can be, as we know that repetition is allowed. As we know that repetition is allowed. If the repetition is allowed, then first question can be answered by 4 ways. Second question 4 ways. Third question 4 ways. Fourth question 4 ways. Likewise, how many 4s will be formed? 25 4s will be formed and till then you have to multiply all the values. It means it is not 25 power 4. It is 4 power 25. 4 power 25. That is the exact answer for this question. 4 power 25. Here, if you understand the concept of permutations and combinations, here just by seeing the question itself, you can directly set the answer as 4 power 25 without any hesitation. Here there is no requirement of using calculation part also. Calculation part is not at all required. Only thing whether it is 4 power 25 or 25 power 4 or 25 P4. Sometimes he will mention like this 25 C4. We must be in a position to answer the correct value, right? Here he will not mention the answer after calculation. He will always try to give the answer in terms of permutation, combination and factorial, or else in terms of powers. We have to be in a position to get the exact answer only if you understand the concept carefully. Let's move on to the next question. See here. Find the maximum number of unsuccessful attempts made by a person to open a letter lock having 3 rings, each ring having the letters from A to J. Here there is a letter lock. There is a letter lock which is having 3 rings. Letter lock is nothing but it is like a password. It is like a password to your mobile phone. Suppose if your mobile phone pin number password is a 3-digit number, you can keep any of the numbers, right? Any of the numbers from 0 to 9. You can use any of the numbers. It is not mandatory that it should not start with 0. For password, it may not start with 0. There is no particular condition about that particular number. Why? Because here, as we are not talking about 3-digit number, 4-digit number. Here we are talking about the password. We are talking about the password. That is the reason why you can use 0 to 9 any numbers. But here we are taking the numbers from letters from A to J. Letter log, that is A to J. Here A is number 1 and J is number 10. So you can use 10 letters from A to J, any of the 10 letters. So according to the given question, my password, my lock to this particular is each and every ring is I can choose any of the letters from A to J. I can use all are A's, all are B's, double A, B. I can choose any of the 10 letters. I can use any of the 10 letters. Here also he mentions, indirectly mentions that repetition of letters are allowed. Repetition allowed. If repetition allowed, obviously for first one you can use 10. Second one you can use 10. Third one also you can use 10 letters. Any of the 10 letters. So 10 into 10 into 10, which will gives you 1000. Total number of ways. Total number of ways are 1000. But the question what he is asking is, find the maximum number of unsuccessful attempts. Here, successful attempt is always only one successful attempt. Only one successful attempt. Why? Because suppose if I keep the lock as ABC, if I keep the lock as ABC, you must type ABC in this order only. It is not possible to keep the answer like this. BAC. If you type BAC, then it shows that is a wrong one. That particular lock is wrong one. Always the successful attempt is only one. Here, as we know that total number of ways 1000. If you want unsuccessful attempts, maximum unsuccessful attempts, which is equal to total ways minus successful attempts. Successful attempts are always 1. You must subtract that particular successful attempt from the total, which will gives you maximum unsuccessful attempts. That is equal to 999. 1000 minus 1, which is equal to how much? 999. That is the exact answer for this question. Let's move on to the next question. See here. In a party, every person shakes hands with every other person. In a party, every person shakes hands with every other person. If there was a total of 105 handshakes in the party, then find the number of persons who were present in the party. See, Let us consider that there are n members. There are n members or n persons in the party. In the party, total n persons are there. First of all, to make one handshake, in order to make one handshake, how many persons are required? In order to make one handshake, we must require two persons, right? We must require how many persons? Two persons. So, selecting 2 out of n, as we don't know number of persons, that is the reason why I am selecting 2 persons out of n members, which is equal to total number of handshakes. Total number of handshakes in the party, which is equal to 105. That value is already given. Now I can write it as n into n minus 1 by 2. Here NC2 is nothing but what? N into n minus 1 by 2, which is equal to 105. Now you can do the cross multiplication. N into n minus 1. Here this 2 goes to right side. 2 into 105, that is equal to 210. 2 into 105, that is 210. Now don't multiply these two. You will get quadratic equation. Instead of that, it is better to go with the trial and error method. Product of two consecutive numbers, n and n minus 1, these are two consecutive numbers and the product should be 210. If you observe carefully, if you keep the value as value of n is equal to 15, 15 into 14, 15 into 14, which will gives you 210. 15 into 14, which will gives you 210. So many students have a doubt that what is the shortcut to use to identify n is equal to 14 or 15? It is very simple. Once look at this number 210. 210 is nearest to 14 and 15 square. As we are talking about consecutive numbers product, here the answer is the two numbers. Here it is 14 square is nearest one and 15 square is also nearest one. And your answer is either it is a combination of 13 and 14, or else it is a combination of 14 and 15, or else it is a combination of 15 and 16. As we are talking about two consecutive numbers, here only these are the three possible cases. Out of these three possible cases, here the units place is 2. So it is not your answer. If you observe carefully, 15 into 16 and 14 into 15. 15 into 16 units place is 0. Here also 14 into 15 units place is 0. Now this value is 240. 15 into 16. Why? Because 15 square is itself 15 into 15 is itself 225. If you take more than that, it is not less than 225. Therefore, your required combination is 14 into 15. Here n is equal to 15, n minus 1 is equal to 14. Therefore, number of persons are there in the party, which is equal to 15. In this way, you can identify number of persons in the party. Guys, I hope you understand all the problems in this session. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching.